Hi friends, happy Sunday. Today I want to tell you a story, and it's a story from the Bible, from the New Testament, specifically the section we call the Gospels. The Gospels are a group of stories about Jesus and the things that he did and said while he was here around on earth. So in this story, Jesus is hanging out with a group of people, and they're hanging out by the beach because a lot of people lived by the beach at this time, and a lot of them went fishing with big nets to catch fish so that they could eat and feed their families and sell them and make a little bit of money. So this was a big thing that people did. So he was hanging out with people who were fishermen, and he was talking to them and doing all sorts of Jesus stuff with them. And then, at the end of the day, he said, let's go out and put our nets in the water and catch a bunch of fish. And the people he was hanging out with, they said, oh, Jesus, I don't think that's going to work because we've been doing that all day. There aren't really any fish. We put our nets in the water earlier. We didn't catch anything. And Jesus said, trust me, let's try it. So they go out in the water. They put their nets in the water. They catch tons of fish. They've got plenty of fish. And the guys, the fishermen, are saying, wow, Jesus, that's really cool. And Jesus said, next, we're going to do the same thing, but with people. So what does that mean? We're going to do the same thing, but with people. It doesn't mean that they're going to try and catch a bunch of people in a big net so that they can eat them or sell them at the fish market. That doesn't make any sense, right? He's using it as a symbol. So what happened? First, Jesus said, let's do this thing. And the people said, I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. It feels impossible. It didn't work last time we tried it. And Jesus said, trust me. And it worked. And then what do? They gathered a bunch of fish together. And Jesus says, we're going to do that with people. So what's important to Jesus? What's important to God? Bringing people together, right? Creating community. Having people share, having people care about each other, learn about each other, be nice to each other. Not necessarily think all the same thing or do all the same thing, but being together. So Jesus says, let's bring people together. Now, you might be thinking, well, that sounds impossible. That sounds like it's not gonna work because one, we're in a pandemic. It's hard to be together. It's hard to gather people. Two, we're living in a world where people don't usually want to come together. Sometimes they want to argue, they want to fight, they want to be separated. I'm sure you've been around people in your life who disagree with you or don't like the same things that you like, and it's hard to be together with those people. So Jesus says, let's gather everyone together. Let's gather people together. Let's bring people close. And we say, that sounds hard. That sounds impossible. That didn't work the last time we tried it. But Jesus says, I'm here now. I'm helping now. I'm part of it now. Trust me. And when they try it with Jesus, it works. So what does the story tell us? One, it is important to God that people come together, that they care about each other, that they learn about each other, that they spend time together, that they share with each other. That is important. That's something God wants. Second, that's a complicated, difficult, sometimes it feels impossible kind of thing. But God says, trust me. Do it with me. Do it my way, and we can make it happen. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means never give up. Something that's important to us at St. Mark's is bringing people together, creating a space where people feel welcome and included and peaceful and joyful, where they're safe to ask big questions, where they can be who they really are. We are all working to make that place together. And the more you do to help us with that, the more you are doing God's work. Second, things that seem hard or impossible or complicated get a lot easier if you're doing them with God. So the next time you're trying to connect with someone or be with someone and it seems really hard, maybe you're not getting along with the people in your family. Maybe there's somebody at your school who really doesn't think the way you do or might not be fun to be around. Get God involved. Pray about that person. Pray about your relationship with them. Ask God to bring you together, to bring you closer, to help you learn about each other. Don't ever give up on trying to make the world a happier, safer, more connected place. That's what God wants, and God is on our side when we try to make that happen. So today, try to find one thing you can do to bring people together, to be nice and friendly and connected, to ask questions so that you can learn about somebody else, and get God involved. Pray. Check out what the Bible has to say. Let God know, hey, I'm trying to be part of this gathering together. I'm trying to be part of this community, and I need your help. I trust you. I know that when you're on my side, things aren't impossible, but they feel kind of complicated right now. And finally, remember that you too are one of those fish that God wants in this big net. You belong. You should feel happy and safe and peaceful and joyful at St. Mark's and in the wider world. God wants us all to come together and belong to this beautiful community, and that includes you. If you have any questions or things that you want me to talk about or anything else, let your parents know and they can get that information to me and I'll make you a video.